Well, it's just an attempt that has been there since 2014, and this time the attempt is being made by the Ethiopian government under the new Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. He's attempting to try and bring the two leaders together with the hope that they will see sense and probably make the handshake, as many people are expecting, and probably push forward for peace in the country. Because at the end of the day, it is realized that if the two leaders, that is President Salva Kiir and former rebel leader Riek Machar, do not really conform to the agreements that they signed, then nothing will happen on the ground. So it is just a hopeful move by Ethiopia, hoping that it will trigger probably some commitment from the two leaders, and as a result, it will trigger action on the ground, because both places, or both leaders have military boots on the ground, and these are the people who are causing problems. So it's just a hopeful move. And at the end of the day, the next day on Thursday, we're going to have an IGAD summit, and hopefully whatever will happen today, much later when they meet, will feed into the IGAD summit when it happens on Thursday.
Coletta, are there any external actors who are influencing this war? For example, if the UN does place an arms embargo on South Sudan, are there any external actors who might likely break that embargo?
Yes, at the end of the day, yes, the regional, the countries that subscribe to the IGAD region, that is the neighbors of South Sudan, have said they will not impose any sanctions on assets of, they will not freeze assets. For example, Kenya is the latest to say that we shall not freeze assets of South Sudan within our countries. And that has been the same talk for all the other countries, because they know if they do that, then they are going to lose their economic and social and political interests within South Sudan. And this has been a push. So we are just seeing sanctions coming from the international community, from the US and other European countries, but within the region it's not happening. And many people have been saying, because the region is not really imposing sanctions, that's why these two leaders are continuing with the war. But the leaders say, or the IGAD region says, the best way is mediation, dialogue, sitting on the table and all that. And we are seeing them trying to relax some of their requirements a bit. For example, the IGAD Council of Ministers just lifted the house arrest that had been imposed on Riek Machar. He had been in South Africa under house arrest since November last year. So we're trying to see them trying to bring back the leaders back to the table, trying to soften a bit, hopefully feeling that, or thinking that if they do that, the two leaders will tell their military on the ground to cease fire. And that's what everybody's looking for, total ceasefire.